So hey guys, I've got my new MacBook Pro here. As I promised, I'm going to definitely be doing a review of the new OS X Mavericks system and it's running on my MacBook Pro. So let's just get started here. So Mavericks is just a new operating system by Apple, OS X 10.9, and it's introduced a lot of new features that some people might find just trivial little things, but a lot of them have been very needed improved features, just like the ability to use two screens and have full screen apps on both screens. That was a very big complaint in 10.8 for sure. So I'm just going to run through a few different things in Mavericks, and I'll show you how the new 15-inch Retina MacBook Pro is running. I've been using it for about 2 weeks now, and I've noticed the battery life is really, really great. Apple has definitely increased that with using Haswell and stuff. Alright, so to start, I'm basically just going to start with going over some of the features and how the MacBook Pro is running. So first thing I want to show you guys is, because Apple is using the new PCIe flash-based storage now on the MacBook Pros, so I just want to run a Blackmagic speed test and show you guys how fast it's actually doing the copying of files and read and write speeds based on that flash. So we're going to start up Blackmagic speed test, which kind of like a standard that a lot of people use. And the MacBook Pro is doing over, let's say, about 679 writes, but it was about there 700 and about 731 reads. But sometimes you will get super high speeds. It's kind of variable, I've noticed when I've been running a few different tests. But it is still running extremely high for Flash, and it's great with files, and the system you can really see is really snappy. So the next thing is kind of, just want to show you also how copying files is really fast too. I have a copy of Finding Nemo here, which I'm going to say you can see is about 1.5 gigs. And next thing I'm going to do is we're just going to duplicate the file. And let's see how long that takes. So as you can see, there's 1.5 gig file, super fast to copy, exact copy runs, and it's just awesome at how fast and snappy the system really is. One thing that I'll show you guys is just kind of iBooks. I'm going to give you a quick overview. It's just something that Apple introduced, which I think is a really nice add-on in my opinion, taking it from iOS. And I'm glad they've really brought it over. And so I'll just open up one of my books to kind of show you guys the features right in the books. So the nice thing is that whichever page you leave off on, I left off on this page today on my iPad mini. It syncs over through iCloud. All your notes do too. You can see in this panel, you can get rid of the panel, but you can open it up and you can see all of your notes. You can definitely add things there. And switch pages, you can do all the things that you've done in iBooks. Definitely switch the viewing modes and the fonts, which some people prefer definitely much different fonts when they're reading, which is a nice feature of ebooks for sure. And you can even bookmark pages. Search through the book if you're looking for something specific. For students, this is great though. Definitely when you're looking for a quote or something in a book that you've read, it's a lot easier to just search it up if you know what in general what it is. So let's just exit out of the book. We'll head over back to just the iBooks main, and you can create collections too, which is really nice. Which is kind of exactly what you have on your iPad within iOS on iBooks there. And all of your iBooks have now actually been taken out of iTunes like most people are used to and into the iBooks app now. So that's actually really interesting as well. You can categorize them if you really like, even create lists or just list them and you can see which books are actually there. And definitely the nice iBooks store is definitely there. Let's see if it's just going to open up for me. It definitely looks a lot like the iTunes store on the Mac and on PC. It's really great though. You can just look through books, download them, buy. Super easy, super nice. So another add-on that they've brought to Mavericks is Apple Maps, which I'm just going to go give you guys a general overview. So I'm kind of based in Calgary. You guys can see right now. But Apple Maps is actually, it had a rough start for sure when it came out, and definitely there was a lot of issues with it. But I think it's definitely improved, and I started to use it a little bit more often than Google Maps just to see if same issues are just there, but they seem to be slowly fixing them. The nicest part that I can think of that they've probably got is that when you get directions from one point to another, you can actually just share them right to whatever device you've had. So you can see my iPhone, my iPad are there. I can send them right over, and you can even share them on Twitter or Facebook with friends. Even AirDrop them over to the next Mac next to you. So the next thing I just want to kind of show you guys is all the changes that Apple's actually made to Finder, which is their filing system built right into the Mac, kind of like Internet or Explorer on Windows. Just explore your files, but you can see all your files now. It seems really similar to the last version, but the nicest thing that I think that they've added is tags, where you can just add a tag to anything, and it'll just stay with it. And when you're searching for a specific file, if you've tagged it, you can pop right into the tag and color code them. It's really nice, and just really find quickly what you're looking for. Probably another thing is tabbed view finding is really nice. So you can just click open in a new tab. So switching files back and forth is definitely going to be pretty easy here now, especially with AirDrop. Probably was one of the hardest things to do. I did have two AirDrop windows open, but now you can just pick one, pull it right over open, and it's in. And it's really super easy to do. Definitely something I love that Apple brought in. Probably the next thing we're just going to take a look at is changes to Safari as well that they've made. I just actually have Apple's page open right now, so I'll show you kind of different things that they've added within Safari. The nice new thing is that they've done a brand new menu bar that just kind of slides out of the side and doesn't disturb the page. It's really nice. You can get your folders in there and definitely bookmark your reading list. You can have your shared links here, so you can see from my Twitter just all the different pages that the feeds that I'm following have shared, which is super nice and really easy to access. And definitely top sites is very different now. It's not that round curved home screen kind of thing which we had earlier. Um, you can just really, they've really cut down, they've made it a lot flatter, just like iOS 7 actually. Apple's definitely taken the time to just kind of simplify everything and show you just the pages that you use the most. I actually like the new top sites. It's really similar, not a big change, but the menu bar is probably the biggest change that I love having access to. And just being able to go onto any site and still keeping that menu bar there. Because if you're definitely just trying to bookmark or shift back and forth between sites, it's nice to know exactly what you're looking for. Another thing that I probably want to show you guys is just a little changes that have happened to Calendar. So we'll just close off Safari. And Calendar is really nice too. They've gotten rid of that kind of leathery background texture that they had, which was kind of really bad. I really disliked it. But I'm glad that they've just kind of simplified it. They've brought it in line with iOS 7, just like everything they've done with Mavericks. They've kind of tried to bring it to that flatter, and I feel like Apple's trying to unify the systems kind of together so that they're really concrete and stable together. And the last thing I probably want to show you is, you guys have probably all seen this, but when you get a notification, so for example, let's say I'm going to text myself. There we go. So I just got that notification for myself, and you can reply right within the bubble. So you can go just, how's it going? Which is actually really interesting. And you can just send it off and it comes back. Now there's one other thing that I noticed on my Mac when I was just going through, found this a couple days after I got it, which I've actually found really bizarre and weird. So if you go about this Mac on your new MacBook Pros, you can always get your information so you can see processor I've got, amount of memory, Iris Pro graphics, gig of Iris Pro graphics, which is really awesome in the new MacBook Pros. But if you go to the display section, Apple claims that the panel on the 15 inches are actually 2800 by 1800 resolution. The weirdest thing that I found is that my Mac is claiming, I don't know if this is just a software glitch or if this is possibly true, it's 3840 by 2400, which might actually indicate Retina or 4K resolution. Sorry, not Retina, already a Retina display, but it's just under 4K, and it's almost about the same resolution as the panels that Sharp displayed this year at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. So I don't know if maybe Apple struck a deal with them, but it's just bizarre that Apple wouldn't market this when they were selling the Mac. And yeah, I've got the 500 gigs of flash storage and 8 gigs of memory. Nothing new there, but just definitely, it's really bizarre seeing that display again being 3840 by 2400. So thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video, definitely subscribe. I'm going to slowly post more videos. I'm trying to build up my current site, which I am not having as much time as I'd like to do, but it'll slowly get there, and I'm going to post some more tutorials on different things, probably start with some Python programming tutorials because I have 2 videos, but I'd really like to expand on that, just share my experiences with you guys and maybe give you some pointers and tips. Alright, thanks for watching from pilotcode.com. This is Patrick.